What up, people? Crack Lemonade here. And I was feeling a little bit nostalgic, right? And this was like a couple months ago. Um I grew up during like I feel like one of the best phases of like TV. Um Especially in like the early 2000s. You had Pokemon, you had Digimon, and you had Yu-Gi-Oh! And I definitely remember being into Yu-Gi-Oh! And I definitely remember kind of like falling out of Yu-Gi-Oh! And that was like around the time, I would say like 2003 or 2004. Um, Probably right around the time this game came out. Uh, I didn't have that many people around me playing this game. And nobody who had the Yu-Gi-Oh cards knew how to play the Yu-Gi-Oh card game. So I remember going to KB Toys and buying those starter tins. I had Kaibas and I had Pegasuses. And I eventually ended up giving those cards away because I thought I was too old for that. And it's one of those things it's kind of dumb to do. It's kind of that mentality is kind of dumb. Like just in terms of liking a show that other people don't like, or like holding on to something that has meaning to you. You should do that, especially like if you're collecting stuff now. It doesn't really matter how much it'll be worth later, in my opinion. I just think that like if you think it's cool, then you keep it. You be you rock out. And you'll find other people who think that it's cool instead of trying to be cool, not publicly liking something that you liked. So anyway, goes back to my nostalgia. I haven't touched a Yu-Gi-Oh game in a long time, and the footage I'm showing you is like after hours of like putting in work in this game. Because you get pretty much a crappy hand, and in this game there's no really kind of instruction on how to get better cards. So I just kind of battled the same people over and over again until I realized I was getting nowhere. And then I hit the old Google machine, and they had game facts and stuff. So that was my journey with this game. And I'm pretty sure in 2004, when this came out, other people had this journey. And I don't think I said it. We're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Dawn of Destiny for the Xbox. I did not have an Xbox growing up. I was a PlayStation person. But the reason I got this game was because I went by the most recently released game. And this one was released last. So, I think PS2 had Duelist of the Roses. And that came out in like 2003. Or 2002, I'm not sure. And then the GameCube version came out, or then the GameCube game came out, and I forget what that one's called. But then this one came out, so I was like, let me get the newest one, so at least when I play it, like I know they got some of the jank out of their ranks. Like I imagine that the PlayStation 2 version is super janky. And then maybe the GameCube version is a little bit better. But I don't know that. I'm just guessing at this point. But yeah, I assumed that this was going to be less janky, which is probably not a good assumption about like old games. You do have to expect some jank in the ranks because, you know, gaming and game development is a thing that has been constantly evolving over the years. And unfortunately, we get better tools to master the older style of games, and then we just change the type of game being developed. So, I have the Nintendo Switch Yu-Gi-Oh game. I forget what it's called, but it has like all of the seasons. So I got that at first, and I was just like, no, let me go back to when, like, you know, this version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters was like king, and there weren't no other seasons. There was no Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. There was no Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D, whatever, what have you. I just wanted to go back to just this original format because I got the Switch game and I started playing the other seasons, and the game starts to make less sense to me as I play it. Like, I just don't understand. Like, I don't know. It just feels like when I'm playing the game, I'm playing against a little kid who just, like, draws and throws out cards with, like, reckless abandon. And it's like, oh no, these are the rules! And then I try to do the same thing, and I, like, use a trap card on myself and destroy all the monsters on my field. Or I use a spell card that, like, only affects my type of monsters. And, you know, I don't know, like, the newer formats, honestly, this game overall, from what I've played, from this version of the game and playing Master Duel on the PS5 and getting into the Switch game, it's so convoluted. I don't understand it. I think that, no disrespect to the Yu-Gi-Oh fans, but I think y'all are some kind of masochists. You know, like, y'all have like a weird pain tolerance. You know, and that's why y'all like this. That's why y'all like playing this card game, because it's very odd. And, you know, especially this version of the game where it is literally just a card game. There's no, like, character interactions or anything like that. And also, the other thing that I find is kind of weird is that with the rock, paper, scissors, if your opponent wins, they select in which order you play. But if you win, you select the order in which you play. So, if your opponent wins the rock, paper, scissors, and they say go second, they're selecting you to go second. But if you win the rock, paper, scissors, and you say go second, that is also saying that you're going second. And it doesn't make sense to me. It's just like them winning the CPU winning the coin toss, and if they choose first, they're choosing you to go first. And like, if I win the coin toss, if I choose first, then I'm going first. I don't know. I don't understand that coin toss mechanic at all. I originally recorded this audio because I was gonna make a joke about Pegasus, but like we kind of got real deep into it, and I started rambling about nostalgic memories and stuff. But anyway, you guys should. Pegasus was that bull though, right? Like, you understand, like Maximilian Pegasus, he was like, Yugi boy, I'm going to defeat you. Right? Like, he was just like a really good bad guy. I enjoy the original run of like Yu-Gi-Oh for Maximilian Pegasus, because not only was he just like a villain, he just said like the weirdest things, and his voice was so like good. Also, Joey Wheeler's deck is like the worst deck. It's so much based on gambling, and I like during my run of this game, I played Joey a lot because I was trying to get the red eyes, but I got Time Wizard, Baby Dragon, and then Thousand Dragon. And then after like fighting Joey like 20 times, I got like a couple polymerizations. But yeah, no, like this game could have used like a shop where you got like booster packs or something like that. Because like the dueling to win cards is kind of like the worst. It is literally like one of the worst mechanics, because I feel like when you win, you end up getting the same cards over and over again. And I haven't found like a way to get like the stronger cards. Because I know you have to face Kaiba and you have to face Pegasus in this game, but you kind of need like a strong deck to get to that point. And that was like my problem with this game, playing through it, trying to build a strong deck and actually like win this game. Joey, he's easy pickings like most of the time. There is sometimes where like his gambling like actually pays off and you lose. And you know, I've had many matches where I use Time Wizard against Yami because Yami's a fucking beast in this game. And I lose on the coin flip with Time Wizard. I don't know, man. Sometimes the nostalgia doesn't hit right. I'm not trying to come at anybody who's a Yu-Gi-Oh fan with like my thoughts on this. It's just like my experience playing this game again, and like trying to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh, and like kind of finding like none of the formats are like really balanced. So it's not that interesting for me to revisit. But yeah, that's it for me. Yu-Gi-Oh fans, please don't hurt me. Like I want no smoke with y'all. It is literally just my opinions revisiting the series after a couple decades. But yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.